Are you thinking about getting one of these Fender Original 60s Series Stratocasters in shell pink? Of course you're not. They cost a fortune. But we're going to see how the other half lives the day right here on GearGasms. Hi everybody, welcome to GearGasms. I'm your host Alan Barnes. As promised, I'm going to do the full review on this Fender American 60s Original Stratocaster. If you saw the video, however long ago it was, when I first got this, the story of this, that tells some of the details and some of how I came to get it. I'll link that in the description. But I wanted to spend some time with this, kind of learn it, and I kind of have, so I wanted to be able to share it with you in full with all the specs. If you're new to the channel, may I ask you to please like and subscribe. It's mostly a dumpster fire, but celebrate mediocrity. Now, this thing is so beautiful, I felt like I should wear something a little more formal. I know I'm normally a t-shirt guy, but I wanted to match. Just as an overview, basically it is a 65 Strat with two major differences. Number one, 5-way switch instead of the 3-way, and a 9.5-inch radius instead of the 7.25. But it still has that chunky C-shaped neck. Of course, I'm going to share with you some gloriously beautiful B-roll while I just ooh and ah over this thing. But zooming right in and looking, oh my goodness, these pickups, they're beautiful. Normally I don't like relic or aged things, but they have aged the plastics on this, the tip, the knob covers, the pickup covers just a little bit, the 3-ply mint guard, rosewood board. One thing in particular that is very different about this than a standard Fender, it's not custom shop. It didn't come out of the custom shop, but it was sprayed in the custom shop as I understand it. It was finished in the custom shop. Perhaps the paint, but definitely the overcoat. And this one, nitro cellulose lacquer, just like in the 50s. Maybe it's because of that, maybe it's my imagination. This guitar, just playing it, not plugged in, is super resonant. It's also kind of heavy, I was surprised. Vintage tall frets, didn't think I'd like them. Turns out I do. It's got the old-fashioned square tuners like they had in the old days. Now, some things that are super 60s about this that people may not like. I know I don't. The damn truss rod, you can't get to it. You gotta pull the neck if you need to change it. Let's all pray to Jesus together that Alan never has to do a truss rod adjustment on this overly expensive guitar perhaps. Alright, I'm not gonna do a whole lot of talking during this part, I promise. Gonna keep it simple. Mesa Boogie on the clean, the graphic EQ is turned off. I got the EQs kind of flat. Everything, just a little bit of reverb. That's the bridge pickup, you can hear it. Not real ice picky, I like it. It has enough high frequency information, but it doesn't tell you more than you want to know. Didn't I say I wasn't going to talk a lot? Really useful tone circuit. It shares with the middle pickup all the way, close to half. Shuts it off, but you know, you can turn about halfway, maybe a little bit more, and actually do some jazz stuff. Let me see if I know a jazz chord. Let's see if it passes the Skinner test. Kinda, sorta. It passed, I failed it. Does it pass the Dire Straits test? Listen to those pickups. Listen to it, it's beautiful. And of course the tone control in that same spot. About halfway. You can still hear that in-between sound though, even with the tone pulled back. That is nice. These pickups are so lovely. Here's the middle pickup. You may like the middle pickup, you may not. TV Funhouse. Now, of course, these pickups, they're gentle, but you can push them a little bit on the clean stuff. And we'll get into more of that later, but you can push them a little bit. Position 4. Lastly but not leastly is the neck pickup. That neck pickup though, oh, oomph, even just clean. Oh. Now, it is kind of costly. This is something that you don't get early in your life probably. This is something that this old man sold all kinds of blood down on the corner for years and years and years, and a whole host of other things that I cannot get into on video to be able to buy one of these things. I finally, but man, oh man, every time I upgrade a Strat, I go to the next level, I understand. For years and years, I had the basic Mexican Strat. I was like, American Strat. And then I touched my first entry-level American Strat, the Performer Series, American Special, the one I have. And I was like, okay, I can really feel where that extra money went. And still a Strat, but I could feel it. And then this one was the next price tier, and I was like, it's not going to be worth that. And then I put my hands on it, and I was like, oh, you can feel it. Having said that, though, my son has a player Strat, and that thing just smokes. So you can get a great Strat in a whole bunch of different price ranges these days. That's the good news. You might be hearing a little hiss. That's because I've switched to the Crunch channel. Let us hear how it sounds. A little bit of just Marshall-esque, the Mesa Boogie Rock. That's the bridge pickup. I did add just a little bit of delay just so it didn't, the notes weren't so lonely. Now that's one of my least favorite crunchy sounds, just the Strat bridge. It's just not for me. I ain't judging you if that's your thing. Let's go to position 2. Just takes a little bit of the bite out. Well, you're a real tough cookie. I'm wearing the right color for that. But yeah, you get it. You hear it. See if it cleans up. It does. Middle pickup. That has a little bit of a bite, doesn't it? This old gal can get a little something. That was kind of rock. I dug it. That was the middle position. See, the middle pickup is not Jan Brady. Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. There's nothing you can't do on this middle pickup. On to position 4. That just makes me laugh. This is me literally hearing that for the first time. Oof. Ugh. I'll try to make this segment not too long. Oh my gosh, where do I start? That's the neck pickup. Did you hear that? Did you hear all the treble in that? And it's still flat. I did turn the graphic EQ on, but holy Lord. Think I switched pickups. Glorious. I'm at a rare loss for words. I have found a setting that I love. Oof. I like the farty stuff down here. All right, I'll have to do another video on this guitar. Or maybe I'll just play it for my own enjoyment. Wouldn't that be a weird thing for a YouTuber to do?
You suck!
Alright, I know you guys well enough to know that you aren't going to let me get out of here without pushing this thing through the Mesa, because I ain't heard it. This is a first for me. I'm in the 2C mode. Hear that hiss. Everything else is kind of nooch. Let's see what we get. Bridge pickup. This here is Mark IV. You can maybe get away with that. And now Extreme. See, nah, I don't know. Let's go back to Mark IV, which is one of my favorite settings ordinarily. One of my favorite voices. Let's do the neck pickup. Be like Gregory Cockery. Let's do the neck pickup. I'll find a way to sing a song about the neck pickup. Yes, yes, yes. Neck pickup, delicious. Is that awful? Yes, the neck pickup. Yes, lovely. The neck pickup. Let's see what we got here. Now, I will say that did surprise me a little bit in that the character of this neck pickup still comes through a Mark IV with a fair amount of gain. So it allows that personality to come through. That may be a tone you're looking for, something really, really amped up, but still in the context of something sort of bluesy classic rock. But this thing you just ain't never gonna play Slayer through this. Not any pickup combination, not with really any pedal on the floor. Let's close with this stupidity. What did we learn today? We learned that a 60s Strat is a 60s Strat. Don't try to make it a super shredder. You're not going to get there. Let it be what it is. Appreciate it for what it is. And what it is really super gloriously vintage and just about perfect if you like the vintage vibe. We also learned that should you decide to run it through a super, super high gain amp, you're not going to get Slayer, you're not going to get Meshuggah, you're not going to get Venom or King Diamond or any of those other hard rock bands that you newfangled kids listen to. You're going to get the sound of this Strat, just with a lot of gain on it. As always, I thank you for the time that you spend here. I know it's precious. I also know that you got some really low-class, ratty-ass, gutterball friends that you have yet to tell about GearGasms. I'll start putting their pictures up on the screen if you don't help me out. I know they'll love it here. You can buy a t-shirt if you have no personal taste or minimum level of class at all. It helps the channel. Whatever you do in the next 7 days, don't tell Slash about it because he doesn't party anymore. And you don't need that. Hey Slash, there's another party down the hall. I believe it's exactly 12 steps that way. And it sucks. You should probably go there, buzzkill. That's racist! But play more guitar, watch less YouTube, and keep coming back here week after week for more GearGasms.